Imagine ruling over 3 continents, controlling the most important trade routes in the world, and having one of the most powerful armies in history, and then losing it all. This is the story of the Ottoman Empire, how it rose to incredible power, ruled for over 600 years, and then collapsed. It's a story of ambition, war, betrayal, and power. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why one of the greatest empires in history fell apart. It all started with a small tribe of Turkish nomads in the 13th century. They were led by Osman I, a determined and ambitious leader. Osman didn't have much, no wealth, no massive army, just a vision. He believed that his people were destined to build a powerful state, and he started small, raiding nearby villages and expanding his territory little by little. But Osman had something that other leaders lacked: strategy. He didn't just attack and retreat. He formed alliances, studied his enemies' weaknesses, and convinced other tribes to join him. Slowly, his small tribe started growing into a powerful military force. After Osman died, his son Orhan took over. And that's when things really started to change. Orhan introduced the Janissaries, an elite army made up of captured Christian boys. They were trained from childhood to be loyal to the Sultan. They were strong, disciplined, and feared by everyone. Orhan also focused on one major goal: Constantinople, the greatest and richest city in the world at the time. But the walls of Constantinople were too strong, and the Ottomans weren't ready yet. Making the empire unbelievably rich. By the 16th century, under Suleiman the Magnificent, the empire reached its peak. Suleiman expanded Ottoman territory across Europe, Asia, and Africa. His navy controlled the Mediterranean. His armies were feared across Europe. Suleiman wasn't just a warrior, he was a builder. He filled Istanbul with stunning mosques and palaces. He created a legal system that ensured fairness and order across the empire. The empire was thriving. Culture, science, and art flourished under Suleiman's rule. Muslim, Christian, and Jewish communities coexisted peacefully under Ottoman protection. But success breeds enemies. The Ottomans started facing pressure from all sides. The Habsburgs in the west, the Safavid Empire in the east, and the Russians to the north, and then Suleiman died. That's when things started to go wrong. Suleiman's son, Selim II, was nothing like his father. He was weak, inexperienced, and more interested in wine and pleasure than ruling. For the first time, the Janissaries, the once loyal elite army, became corrupt. They started demanding higher pay and more power. Sultans became figureheads while the empire was actually controlled by palace advisors and generals. Political infighting became common. Brothers fought for the throne. Assassinations became the norm. The once powerful Ottoman navy was destroyed by the Spanish in the Battle of Lepanto in 1571. Meanwhile, the European powers were getting stronger. The Portuguese and Spanish opened new trade routes to Asia, bypassing Ottoman territory entirely. Wealth started drying up. The empire's economy became weaker, but the Ottomans still had military strength, until they suffered the worst defeat of all. In 1683, the Ottomans laid siege to Vienna, the heart of Christian Europe. They believed this would be their greatest victory, but it became their greatest defeat. European forces from Poland and Germany united to defend the city. After 2 months of brutal fighting, the Ottomans were forced to retreat. They never recovered. From that moment on, the empire started shrinking. Land was lost in Europe and the Middle East. The Ottomans were no longer feared, they were vulnerable. By the 19th century, the Ottoman Empire was being called the sick man of Europe. Its economy was weak. Its army was outdated. European powers began carving up Ottoman territory. When World War I broke out in 1914, the Ottomans sided with Germany and lost. After the war, the Allied powers stripped the Ottomans of almost all their land. In 1923, the Ottoman Empire officially ended when Mustafa Kemal Ataturk established the modern Republic of Turkey. 600 years of dominance, gone. The Ottomans were powerful because they adapted. They used advanced military tactics, controlled key trade routes, and embraced different cultures and religions. But they fell because they stopped adapting. They stopped investing in their military. Corruption weakened the government, and when Europe modernized, the Ottomans fell behind. What made them powerful, trade routes, became irrelevant when Europe opened sea routes to Asia. The Janissaries, once loyal soldiers, became uncontrollable and corrupt. Weak leadership and constant internal power struggles left the empire vulnerable. In the end, the Ottoman Empire didn't fall in one moment. It slowly faded over centuries. But the Ottomans left a lasting mark. Their architecture, legal systems, and cultural influences are still visible across the Middle East, North Africa, and the Balkans. Istanbul remains one of the most important cities in the world, a meeting point between East and West. And the story of the Ottomans, their rise and fall, is a reminder that even the greatest powers in history are never invincible. History repeats itself. The rise and fall of empires are part of a pattern that we can still see today. So, what can we learn from the Ottomans? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more incredible stories from history.